Hey there, it's May. Welcome to a video. Yeah, I'm doing videos now even though I'm doing exams. That's right. Okay, it's called procrastination. So, as you just saw, I'm just flicking through some preliminary sketches I was doing. I've basically found out about Tangled the series, and I heard this song, and I'm pretty sure everybody's probably seen something about it. What's it called? Like, Ready as I'll Ever Be. And I thought to myself, that's a really good song. And then I kept listening to it over and over and over again. So, even though I told myself I was renouncing animatics as something I do on a regular, I guess I'm doing this now. Not for any reason, more like I just really, really want to draw my characters. And actually, this girl right here that I'm drawing is the first time I've actually designed her. Her name's Petunia, and she's part of this story I've been working on called Anomaly. It's a fun little story about superheroes and death and Stockholm Syndrome and all sorts of fun, funky, fresh ideas. And she's one of the heroes. She's one of the young heroes, and I have never actually designed her, even though I've had like images of her in my head for the longest time. And then I realized in this animatic I was going to need my two main guys, Marcus and Tony, whose designs are very familiar to some people who have watched my animatics because, yes, I used their designs to draw Evan and what's his face, Connor. Okay, I'm useless. I don't draw based on humans, okay? I'm weak. So I really wanted to kind of push the limits of designs, so I wanted Petunia to be a lot softer than the other characters, to kind of have this soft, almost circular look, and gave her goggles because I thought, superheroes need to protect their eyes. And I definitely just wanted her to feel a lot very flowy, especially compared to Tony. Tony, I'm not drawing him yet, but he's also very flowy, so I wanted them to kind of match, for her to be a bit more grounded, because she represents water and he represents air, so I just thought that would be quite interesting. So here I'm doing a character concept for the widow. She is the mayor of the town, or the city, really, and she's, I don't know, like antagonist, I suppose. She's just the mayor. Nobody really likes them, do we? So the reason why I'm doing these designs is because I didn't want to go into an animatic only having two designs in mind. I wanted to actually have concepts, ideas, and I'll probably do some thumbnails between exams because, it's not like I'm doing anything else. Yeah, maybe you should study. No, don't tell me what to do. So I just really want to get these designs down so I could actually look at them and know what's on model and what's off model. And if you don't know what that means, that basically means how much the characters actually still look like themselves when you draw them frame to frame. So for newer characters like Petunia and Aubrey, or the mayor, I am going to struggle a lot. Like their frames will take a lot longer because I do want them to look not equal, but for their designs to look right. Whereas compared to Marcus and Tony, who I've drawn pretty much every day for the past year, they are a lot easier. So you'll see even when I do the sketches, I take much less time to sketch their model sheets, just for their heads. I did some of their bodies as well, which was kind of like skim pass at the beginning. So that's what I'm going to go off for in terms of actual sketch designs for their costumes. But for the most part, I think it's really, really important if you're going into an animatic to actually sketch everything out, to actually have the characters in mind and actually have somewhere you can reference them. So for when I did the Disappear animatic and even Beautiful, I actually had the designs off to the side so I could refer back to them whenever I thought, does this character look right or does this look wrong? So over here I'm just working on Marcus. Marcus is a really weird design because over the past year he's changed a lot, and the reason why was because he looked a lot like another character of mine, and I did not want to have like same face syndrome, which I kind of do at points. But so I decided, my friend suggested, oh, just make him a triangle, because we call him Dorito Boy anyway. So I said, okay, so that's why he's got the really high cheekbones. His hair is technically a triangle with the side cut, and everything about him is really sharp. Like his entire body is like he has all shoulders and no waist, and it's just everything is a Dorito. It's great. It's actually really fun to think about characters in terms of shapes. So you have Petunia being a bit like rounder, I suppose. She's sort of ovally, and you have the Widow, who's a bit circular. Now I'm drawing Tony, who is, I suppose, also triangles, but Tony is a bit of a different design, I suppose, because he's actually the only character in this entire sheet which has my iconic giant eyes. Yeah, so that might look a bit weird. Tony's design is softer, has the kind of like hard jawline as well, because I wanted this mixture of someone who has these soft features but is also, tough. And he also has great hair to draw, which is just flowy. It just floofs everywhere. It's actually made of smoke, so it just flies anywhere he wants it to go. And if you hear that whirring behind, that's my laptop wanting to die. There's not much I can do about it. Whenever I open a single program, it goes, ah, what? What? You want to use me? Ridiculous! And so, yeah. So I just want to get all these designs done and out of the way, so when I actually go into thumbnailing and storyboarding, I actually have something to refer to, especially for the newer characters. And after this, I actually go and, as you can tell, I'm sketching Tony really fast, because I know how to sketch him. I know how to draw Marcus and Tony. They are pretty much the easiest characters to draw, in my opinion, probably because I've drawn them for so long. Marcus took a bit longer because I did change his design, but nowadays it's kind of like 2 lines and I'm done with his face. So after this, I actually do a really quick concept sketch of one of the frames I really want, which has to do with, because this is more sci-fi based, I wanted to have this, when in a hostage situation, you have all these helicopters flying by, especially if it's a person of great importance. So I was thinking of Detroit Beyond Human and how they had these helicopters flying by, and I really wanted a scene where you follow the helicopters during a short instrumental break and you can see them place the spotlight into this like fully glass building and you see Marcus in there, and that's kind of the vibe I'm going for, this sort of whirring helicopters, everything is spinning, and it's something that is going to force me to actually work on environments, which I don't do a lot, frankly. So it is going to take a long time to get this done, especially because I'm doing exams right now, and I do have other commitments like Comic-Con. Come see me at Comic-Con, MCM Comic-Con London. And I just thought this would be a really fun experiment to just kind of work on my style, work on how I want things to go. And so yes, I guess this video is just really me talking about character design, but not at all. So, have a lovely day, actually. Love you all. You're all fantastic.